Welcome to Spoken Injustice, where we put the criminal justice system in the dock. On Saturday, the 15th of November, Barbara and I attended the second 19 Nurses Conference, organised in support of Lucy Letby. Once again, the 19 Nurses team delivered an excellent event, bringing together powerful speakers and creating space for meaningful, important discussions on matters of significant public interest. We have included a link to the 19 Nurses website in the description below and encourage everyone to learn more about their mission and support their work in any way they can. We were not given the necessary assurance to report freely on this event. While we do not agree with these limitations, particularly given that the topics discussed are matters of public interest, we respect it and hope the full content will be made available soon, as timely access is crucial for maintaining momentum. Consequently, we are unable to provide the level of detailed coverage you are used to. Instead, we will offer a brief overview of the event and its key takeaways, focusing on the messages rather than the individual speakers. We share this information solely to help our audience understand the change in our reporting style, not as a form of criticism. In other words, this adjustment is not due to any reluctance or laziness in reporting on our part. Given this context, the event can be summarized across three key strands: the culture that exists within healthcare systems, the treatment and interpretation of expert evidence within criminal trials, and the appellate process and its limitation in recognizing potential innocence. Now, starting with the first, several medical providers, practitioners, and healthcare workers highlighted the presence of a pervasive culture of fear and toxicity within the health sector. They described an environment where systemic failures are routinely reframed as individual shortcomings, fostering a scapegoat culture that discourages openness and accountability. Many noted that the duty of candor, which should be a cornerstone of patient safety, has been severely eroded. Whistleblowing, rather than being encouraged as a tool for safeguarding standards, is instead perceived as a career peril, often met with retaliation and professional isolation. Concerns were also raised about troubling behaviours within certain trade unions, which were described as overly passive or at times complicit in these dynamics. Speakers emphasised the need to restore a genuine duty of candour, to recognise and celebrate whistleblowers as protectors of patient safety, and to call for a more assertive and constructive engagement from trade unions. A second theme focused on the legal system and the use of expert evidence and the urgent need for reform. Alongside medical practitioners and specialists, statisticians and humanists also took part in that discussion. Critics argued that the current system permits the use and sometimes distortion of medical and statistical evidence in ways that can amount to little more than smoke and mirrors, built on subjective interpretations rather than sound methodology. They contended that the harm arises not only from potentially misleading evidence, but also from what is left out. And omissions can be as equally consequential. For instance, some commentators have noted that in the Lucy Letby case, where the alleged victims were newborns, it would have been important for experts to examine the broader clinical context, including obstetric care notes for the mothers and the timing of each birth. Records, they said, that were never disclosed. The debate was completed by several parents affected by contentious or flawed medical expert opinions, who explained that once an expert's view is presented, it is often treated as indisputable, their way or the highway. When parents have demonstrated clear grounds to challenge an expert's competence or conclusions, they have frequently faced retaliatory measures, including being labelled as uncooperative or as the source of the problem. This dynamic, speakers argued, reveals a deep structural imbalance in how medical expertise is used and scrutinised within legal proceedings. The discussions also brought forward what we would refer to as the innocence paradox, and that is the main third theme that was developed. Insights from the Manchester Innocence Project, who hosted the event, as well as the Cardiff Innocence Project, painted a stark picture. The legal system is designed to process guilt, but is ill-equipped and often unwilling to recognise or remedy innocence. Mechanisms intended to correct wrongful convictions are narrow, rigid, and rarely effective, leaving innocent individuals trapped within a system unable to acknowledge its own errors. In short, the appeal process was described as brief and dismissive. As a result, the work of innocence projects has taken on an almost humanitarian character. Legally, they often feel powerless, as even the strongest arguments struggle to gain traction. Yet, for those wrongfully convicted, these projects remain a vital source of hope, validation, and moral support in a system that otherwise offers very little. Finally, as it has already been made public that MacDonald did also attend and contributed to the general debate, we would like to focus in particular to one point that he stressed, and which we believe is of particular importance, is that experts on both sides must remain neutral regarding the question of the accused's guilt or innocence. Determining and advocating for someone's innocence is the role of campaigners, not experts. On this, we are in full agreement. That is where we will end today's video. While this summary isn't as thorough as we had hoped, we are told that more detailed information is on the way, and we will update this report once everything is fully released. As always, like, share and subscribe to help with our mission to humanise the criminal justice system. If you were at the conference as well, we would love to hear from you in the comments below. Join us again as we sit and rise in this unique trial.